This week, the sun, ruler of our self-expression, moves into the deep emotions of Scorpio. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, October 21st through Sunday, October 27th, 2024. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here to do the intuitive energy forecast for the week. For this week, we will be using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. This will be the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. So before we get into the stones of choice or the astrology for the week, let's go ahead, close our eyes, take a deep breath, and settle in and do an empowered moment. So as you are relaxing your body and clearing your mind, focus on your feet chakra. Visualize roots growing out of your feet chakra and traveling down through the layers of Earth Mother Gaia. And those roots help to ground us, to center us, to connect us to Earth Mother Gaia's wisdom and nurturing and healing energies. And visualizing golden white light at the same time all around you. This golden white light is unconditional love, compassion, peace, healing, guidance and protection of the universe, creator source, all that is. And taking a deep breath, breathing in that golden white light into every cell of your body. And as you exhale, blowing it down throughout all of your chakras, bringing a clearing and a cleansing, visualizing that golden white light traveling down, down, down through the chakras and out the soles of your feet, traveling down through the layers of the earth and connecting to Earth Mother Gaia's heart chakra, sending her that healing elixir of light. And then taking another deep breath and breathing in Earth Mother Gaia's nurturing, healing energy from the center of the earth. Seeing it and visualizing it traveling all the way up through those roots that connected to her heart chakra, all the way up and through the soles of your feet. As you exhale, you're sending her nurturing, healing energy throughout all of your chakras, up, up, up. Out the crown chakra and sending it to universe, creator. So now you're connected as above and so below. And focusing your attention for this week on the energies of Scorpio, the energy of death and rebirth, transformation and regeneration, transition and renewal. Scorpio, the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. This energy is highlighted this week with the sun moving into Scorpio, joining Mercury, the messenger, planet of the mental realm. And as we focus on calling in the energies of Scorpio, it will allow us to observe our shadow side, to observe the patterns deep within our subconscious, to bring transformation and regeneration to our inner psyche, our inner being. Take a deep breath, breathing in that intention of rebirth and renewal of the deepest essence of our soul, breathing in that sense of empowerment, breathing it in, securing it in. And as you exhale, in your own time, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space. And let's get ready to look at our stones of choice. All right, so these are all special intention pendants. I don't remember if it's been a couple of weeks since I've shown some of the pendants. I had some stones I know last week, I think. But these you can find on my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment, that and many, many more. And there's going to be some new ones, hopefully, before the holiday season. And also I might do a discount maybe for the month of November in my monthly newsletter for November. So if you haven't already signed up for that monthly newsletter, you might want to go onto my website. You'll find the drop-down tab that says newsletter, and you'll be able to sign up for that and see what discount will be offered for November, along with a lot of other juicy tidbits. So the first pendant of choice is black tourmaline. This is black tourmaline. It's wrapped in gold wire, and it's Reiki charged, Reiki infused with the energy vibration of Master number 22, number of proper use of power on the earthly plane, the qualities of Pluto, planet of transformation and transmuting your own shadow side and lower vibrational energies. And by the way, Pluto does rule the sign of Scorpio. This is infused with the element of earth for restoring harmony to the root chakra, which is our sense of security and stability, and also being grounded. Also, this has infused into it the energies of Archangel Michael, the Archangel of protection, and the removal of all lower vibrational energies and negative attachments. All right. And then pendant number 2. This is a much larger pendant, actually, so I can actually show you here that this is kind of a little dainty pendant, sort of like what I'm wearing as far as the size that I'm wearing today. But pendant number 2 is actually smoky quartz, and that's a pretty nice large piece. This would be more like you want it to hang down, right? But it's still definitely sizable as far as wearing it as a pendant. And this is also wrapped in gold wire, this beautiful smoky quartz. And actually, too, you'll see that, I don't know if it's written in the description, but it's got a flat bottom. To me, when we have quartz crystals or smoky quartz crystals that have a point, it's, to me, more potent, masculine, directive, energy. When we have the flat bottom, I always like to call it a feminine energy. So it's more gentle, allowing, receptive. But the description for this, it's Reiki charged again with the vibration of Master number 22, the number of the Master Builder and Master Manifester, and power and protection on all planes. That would be spiritual planes. The energies of Pluto again, planet of transformation and transmutation of lower vibrational energies, activation of the crown chakra and the root chakra for this one, for opening to higher universal energies and bringing them down through all of the other chakras to ground them in the third dimension. And the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael again for protection and to clear away lower energies. This one also, though, has King Solomon infused into it. King Solomon is an ascended master. This is for his powerful protection, divine magic, and space clearing abilities. All right, and then pendant number 3 here is Orthoceras. So this is actually a fossil, and you can kind of see that right here. This white part here is the ancient fossil that was embedded into the stone. So this fossil is wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charged with, you guessed it, the vibration of master number 22, with the reduced number of a 4, which is the same for all of those master number 22 energies. But the 4 energy is the connection to the Earth Mother and the power of nature. And master number 22 is a connection to the higher planes of existence and the ancient powers associated with those higher realms. The energies of, yes, you guessed it again, Pluto, planet of transformation, transition, and death and rebirth. This one also, though, has a connection to the Akashic records and our past lives so that we can learn from past mistakes and move forward with positive growth on our path. And the energies of our ancient ancestors, including those of Atlantis and Lemuria. So again, your stones of choice are the black tourmaline, the smoky quartz, and the orthoceras, which I didn't show you as a pendant as far as how large it would be, but it definitely fits nicely there around the neck. All right, so as you think about what stone of choice you want to choose, let's talk a little bit about the astrology. So just for a moment, let me refer back to last week because we had a full moon, which is about completion, releasing, endings, healing, in the sign of Aries last week on Thursday. Aries is the sign of the self. So we're doing a lot of kind of healing and releasing on an individual level right now. And we also had Mercury and Scorpio last week connecting with 2 of the generational planets. And, you know, I feel like Mercury and Scorpio is highlighted yet again. Actually, I misspoke. It's not Mercury and Scorpio with the generational planets. It was the Sun in Libra, now that I think about it. And I bring that up because as I looked at the transits for this week, the Sun in Libra is making its last transit to Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, before the Sun itself moves into Scorpio. But we get in a little bit ahead of ourselves. So on Monday, the 21st, we have Mercury in Scorpio, and Mercury does rule the mental realm. It rules our thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, perspectives, opinions, information. And Mercury in Scorpio likes to dive down deep. It likes to look deep into the shadows. It likes to do a lot of research. It likes to reflect on subconscious energies. And Mercury in Scorpio is going to be in a positive connection to Saturn, the Lord of Karma, planet of restriction and limitation, the planet of restructuring, in the sign of Pisces, which is a spiritual sign. Now, Saturn is more of a third dimensional, grounded, practical planet, but it's in that spiritual sign of Pisces right now. But this is a positive connection. So there can be an ability to really observe what's going on, perhaps with others, but mostly within yourself, what's going on within your psyche, your subconscious, those patterns, those karmic patterns from previous lifetimes, from karmic challenges. What are you learning? Saturn likes to teach you things. He's the great teacher of karmic lessons. So there is a great potential on Monday to really, if you, again, take advantage of the energy and reflect, meditate, you're going to be able to kind of see a little bit deeper with clarity what some of these patterns are for you. They can be patterns within relationships. They can be patterns within career, life purpose, money. Mercury is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a money sign, so there might be something with finances and money. But this is a restructuring process. It's a positive connection with Saturn, and Saturn likes structure and form. So this is all about restructuring. On the physical kind of 3D level, but also on a spiritual level, because again, Saturn is in that spiritual sign of Pisces. Now on Tuesday, the 22nd, it kind of comes to my mind that the 22nd, right? Master number 22, all of our pendants connected to master number 22. And this is when the sun, which is about our self-expression, our self-identity, our individuality, our ego, it's how we shine our light. And right now we have been shining our light through the lens of Libra, because that's where the sun has been for the past about a month now. So the sun in Libra, bringing and highlighting like relationships in our lives of all kinds, family, friendship, romantic, even business associations. The sun in Libra is going to be in a challenging square to Pluto on Tuesday the 22nd. And this is where I can go back and reference that after that full moon last Thursday, the sun in Libra connected to both Neptune and Uranus in a difficult inconjunct where we're making adjustments in relationship matters, making adjustments. And those outer planets, Uranus and Neptune, are what's called the collective planets, or two of the collective planets, bringing in higher evolutionary energies. So there was a lot of shifting and learning and spiritual evolution through the lens of our relationships. And I bring that up because now on the 22nd this week, the sun is making that challenging aspect to Pluto, the last or third of the collective planets. And Pluto does rule death and rebirth, power and control, regeneration, transformation, and transition, and transmuting. And so with this challenging connection, there might be some power and control issues within relationship matters. There could be some explosive energies, frustrations, arguments. The sun moves fairly fast, so it's not a long-lasting transit, but, for Monday, Tuesday, maybe going into Wednesday, we're feeling this energy. In fact, for those of you that's very sensitive, you might have been feeling this already approaching from last week's full moon. Shortly after the sun connects to Pluto in this challenging way, it moves right into Scorpio. And Scorpio is the sign of the zodiac that Pluto rules. So it becomes more potent when the sun moves into Scorpio. We already have Mercury in Scorpio, right? So now the sun is in Scorpio, highlighting the Scorpio energy. The sun stays there for about a month. It stays in each sign of the zodiac for about a month. So until November 21st, it's highlighting the shadow qualities as well as the positive qualities of Scorpio. So the shadow side of Scorpio can be, again, power and control, manipulation, sarcasm. It can be abusive tendencies, either with others or towards yourself, or others towards you. Now, the positive of Scorpio, again, is this evolutionary death and rebirth that we're going through, this transition, this renewal energy that we're going through, this ability to, again, perceive things on a deeper level, highlighting our intuitive ability of clairsentience, or feeling the energies, or even telepathic abilities. This can also raise and intensify if you have the quality of mediumship within you. Scorpio kind of rules that mediumship energy as well. So all of these things are highlighted for about a month. Now on Thursday the 24th, we have Mars, the warrior planet of energy, action, and forward movement, in the sign of Cancer, which rules home and family, our emotions, our emotional sensitivity, our intuition, our ability to want to nurture other people. And it's in a positive sextile to Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus is freedom, liberation, change, quick and unexpected redirections of energies. He's the great awakener, so he can awaken things for us. And so this is a positive connection. Mars is funneling its energy right now through this nurturing, compassionate, loving, intuitive, family-oriented sign of Cancer. So we might have some situations coming up that involve home and family or involve your living situation where there's an opportunity, because that's what a sextile is all about. It's an opportunity for some sort of awakening, an opportunity for some sort of change or redirection, an opportunity for freedom or liberation to kind of come into your experience. So with opportunities, we have to actually be aware of, look for the opportunities, be aware of it when it presents itself, and then take some sort of action, which Mars is great for, right? Taking action on that opportunity in order to produce something with it. So just watch for signs, watch for the signals from spirit, the guidance from spirit, and look for those opportunities, whatever they might be. It might be opportunity for healing within home and family matters. It might be opportunities for liberating yourself from a pattern that you kind of adopted, if you will, from the home and family you grew up in. So there can be healing here, but there can also be, an opportunity for some sort of positive change in the home and family, or even in your living situation, where again, freedom and liberation is highlighted. And then on Saturday and Sunday, the 26th and 27th of October, we have Mercury and Scorpio on both of those days in conjuncting two different planets. And an inconjunct is typically called a difficult aspect where we need to make some sort of adjustments. So Mercury in Scorpio is inconjunct Chiron, the wounded healer and shaman, bringing up past life wounds. In this case, it's in Aries, so in regards to our self-identity, our independence, our self-sufficiency, who we are, is kind of this focus of healing right now. And it has been for quite a long time, because Chiron has been in that sign for a long time. And then on Sunday, Mercury in Scorpio will inconjunct Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is known as the great benefic, the planet of blessings. It's about expansion. It's about our belief systems. And of course, Jupiter right now is in Gemini, which is a very thought-provoking sign. It's curious. It's all about thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, information, and looking into different directions for possibilities. So Mercury rules kind of our ego mind, and Jupiter sort of rules, in a sense, almost like our expanded perceptions. So it also rules that mental realm of belief systems and perspectives. So there's, again, some adjustments that we're making, adjustments to bring in healing. Again, if we self-reflect with that Mercury and Scorpio, we do some quiet self-reflection meditation, we're going to be able to maybe bring healing to our sense of self, healing to our mindset, healing to our belief systems. We're shifting our perspective. We're seeing things in a different way, an expanded way, a higher spiritual way, in order to get the greatest, I guess, clarity, if you will, about some of the things that are going on deep within the recesses of our psyche, or maybe even in situations and circumstances where there's like a relationship here, right? Where we're trying to understand one another and the patterns that we play out with one another. So that's a little bit about the astrology. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy, the messages from our angels and guides from the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. So first card here. The first card is Major Arcana 2. This is the High Priestess. So we definitely have some higher, powerful, divine feminine energies at play right now. And with the priestess, right, she's holding a scroll, which you often see her either holding a book or holding a scroll up. This is actually a possible connection to the Akashic record. So again, with Mercury and Scorpio, if we tune in and we, allow ourselves to go deep in meditation, we can ask to connect with our own Akashic records. Okay, and then if we connect with our own Akashic records, we can understand or see or perceive or have greater awareness of what's going on with this powerful divine feminine priestess energy. We could say it's about self-empowerment. We could say it's about highlighting the magic within ourselves, rising into the divine feminine. I don't know what she's holding here. some sort of trinket of some sort, but she's got an owl up here for wisdom, right? So there's the wisdom of some messages that are coming in. She's got her third eye that's kind of highlighted here, where her clairvoyance is highlighted and expanded right now. She's got like a wheel around her head, so I'm going to say the claircognizance is also expanded and highlighted. So there's a whole lot of psychic perceptions and psychic abilities that we're being allowed to expand into right now if we allow ourselves. Listen to the wisdom of the messages, right? The wisdom of your angels and guides, the wisdom of your higher self with that owl coming in, and connect to the deeper information with that scroll that she's holding. This is like the ancient scroll of, again, some ancient wisdom or the messages, from your higher self. Oftentimes, the high priestess is about higher self connection as well. So this is usually something about the healing and the evolution of our soul. When we have major arcana, this is something on a soul level that's taking place. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. Okay, we have another major arcana. So, coming off of that full moon last week, and kind of moving into this 2-week cycle of releasing and healing and letting go. That's what the death card is about. Major Arcana 13 is about a death and rebirth. It's about inner transformation and inner healing and letting go of the shadow side of our being, the shadow side of situations, the shadow side of our mindset. This doesn't have to be a scary kind of card, right? It doesn't necessarily mean literal death. This is it's metaphoric. This is a metaphoric releasing and letting go of what we no longer need to hold on to, just as that full moon last Thursday signifies this letting go process. The moon is now in its waning cycle. It's decreasing in its visibility, so to speak. And so in that decreasing, that waning cycle, it is this time of purging, which the death card is about. So following that from the high priestess, we're tuning in and tapping into our own kind of intuitive nature. We're tapping into our empowerment. We're tapping into higher wisdom and information. And we're going through, again, this death and rebirth process, this releasing and healing process, which is an inner transformation that's taking place. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the last card here. Okay, we got another major arcana. So this is a highly focused week on our soul evolution and growth, right? It doesn't have so much to do with, like, the minor arcana would be the day-to-day aspects of our lives, what's going on and happening, with like career, job, money, finance. This is more about the evolution and growth of our soul. This is it is personal as far as our evolution, but it's also collective energy. So this could be also speaking to something happening on a larger, more expanded collective level. But this is Major Arcana 5. Now this card is labeled Faith in the traditional tarot. This is called the Hierophant, okay? I like that it's called Faith here, though. And following up with the Death card, it makes me feel like, sometimes this can be a challenging, transformative process to go through. And we need to have a semblance of faith. We need to have trust and faith that whatever's transpiring, whatever's going on within ourselves, whatever's going on the collective level, and even maybe situationally, that there's a reason behind it, that we have to have that connection to a higher power. And whether that be for you, God or source or creator or universe or goddess or your higher self, this is the need to kind of have faith. This has 4 different figures in it. And all 4 of these figures are like from different belief systems or religious philosophies or even religious figures, if you will. But they are all kind of shown here in this aspect of praying, reflecting, meditating, and focused intention. If you can see their stance, it's a little bit hard maybe to see, but they're all kind of in this prayer state. And they're all in a state of having faith, again, that whatever's transpiring, whatever inner transformation you're going through, whatever external transformation that maybe the world is going through, that there's, this higher reason, right? The high priestess, there's this higher kind of evolutionary energy, the death card. There's this higher evolutionary death and rebirth. Here there's, a need to have a higher understanding of what is transpiring here as we move through this week. I like that there's like a gold column of light here, kind of like I always start out in the meditation with visualizing that golden white light kind of shining down. And here we've got kind of as above, so below. It's connected from the cosmos down to the earth. And that golden pillar of light is where you want to connect to. You want to connect to that unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, healing, guidance, protection, energy of that golden white light. All right, let's go ahead and see what the message is from the Angels and Ancestors deck, depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice for some of you was the black tourmaline. So as I give that a little shuffle, I close my eyes. And black tourmaline people, special message for black tourmaline. This one's calling my attention. Interesting. We've got the drum, and it says dream and journey. Dream and journey. So to me, it has that shamanic kind of feeling, right? When we play the Native American drum, and it's just a deet, 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 deet. When you hear shamanic drumming, it's very like the heartbeat of the earth, right? The heartbeat of the earth. It just is a very synchronistic kind of drumming where we go on a dream journey or a shamanic journey. And a lot of times that journey is about inner healing, or that journey is about connecting to a higher understanding and perhaps our Akashic records. For some that are shamanic healers, you would talk about going to the underworld or the middle world or the upper world and, connecting with spirit totems, spirit animals, or spirit guides or other types of guides for whatever healing messages are coming through. So this has a, more of that Native American shamanic feel to it. There is kind of this wheel, where there's no ending. Life is a cycle, full of beginnings and endings and beginnings again. It's never ending, right? It's just a continuous circle of life going on here. And this little kind of cross here in the center, it makes me think of the four directions. So we got the east, the west, the north, the south. And of course, we have different spirit totem animals that are connected with each of those directions. So if you follow that Native American kind of direction, shamanic, sort of energy and healing, you'll know what that's all about. Maybe a certain direction stands out to you as you look at the circle, north, south, east, west. But this is, again, dreaming and journeying, which is kind of like praying or having intention work or meditation work or self-reflection work. Kind of the same sort of thing that we've been talking about, where there's a need to kind of just go within, and connect with your angels and guides and connect with your higher soul self to receive information and guidance as far as the next step on your healing path. Let's put that back in the deck and we'll shuffle again. And the next stone of choice was the smoky quartz. So smoky quartz people, special message for smoky quartz people. This one, wait, okay, I'm gonna shuffle again. It's always best if I close my eyes and then open. Smoky quartz people, special message. Okay. Direction guardian. So we just talked about north, south, east, west. The direction guardian is sort of like that here. We got north, south, east, west. It says, choose your path, okay? So you're needing to choose a particular path. Now, if you're connected again to Native American or shaman work, maybe you want to choose a direction and there's a certain totem animal that's connected to the direction. There's a certain maybe stone or crystal connected to the direction. You can look that up. There's a certain archangel sometimes that's connected to the direction. So these are all things that you can look up depending on what you feel called to do, what you feel guided to do here. So the direction guardian is trying to give you some sort of direction here. We've got kind of this wheel, sort of like the Wheel of Fortune in the middle, right? Also sort of like that drum that is back in the deck now. It's that circle that of endings and new beginnings and endings and new beginnings, and life is a cycle. Life is a cycle of ebb and flow and ups and downs. It's never ending. Are you in the ebb or are you in the flow, you know? And this might be a call to what direction you're going to go next, right? We're in a full moon waning cycle. We're releasing and letting go. But Aries, where that full moon last Thursday was, is a sign that rules new beginnings. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So maybe you're at the end of a cycle and getting ready to move into a new cycle, right? We're still coming off the eclipse energies that last for several weeks. So maybe life for the last couple of months has really shaken things up and redirected things. And maybe the energies are starting to settle a little bit to where you're seeing things with more clarity. And you're now in a place of, what do I want to do next? Where do I want to go next? What do I want to accomplish next? Who am I going to be next, right? What do I want to experience next? We have lots of angel wings, which I like. We got angel wings, or I guess you could say it's the eagle wings, you know, but here's kind of like an angelic figure, but there's wings. And, you know, thinking about spreading your wings, right? Right now, like these wings seemed a little closed, and these wings are kind of half open. These wings are fully open at the top. So where in the process are you of expanding yourself? You know, are you in the closed chrysalis phase of doing more healing work? Are you just starting to expand into a new sense of self? Or are you fully ready to fly and be free and liberated from the past and the old and move into something new? So what is your direction? All right, let's put that back in the deck. And the last stone of choice was the Orthoceras. Special message for Orthoceras people. This one's calling my attention. Ooh, this one's the Water Guardian. Now, remember the sun is moving into Scorpio this week, and Mercury in Scorpio is highlighted this week. Well, Scorpio is a water sign, so not surprising we get the Water Guardian here. And it says at the bottom, connect with your emotions. Well, we've been saying that throughout this reading already. Connect with your deep inner emotions, right? I love that I just love this blue color, right? It's so beautiful. And it's throat chakra. Maybe it's a little third eye chakra with some of the darker blue here. Maybe you could even include the ear chakras. So clairaudience, clairvoyance, channeling or speaking your truth and being authentic with your voice and your communication with others. Connect with your deep inner emotions and feelings. Maybe you need to communicate about your feelings and what you've been feeling lately. Maybe it's taken a while to figure out what you've been feeling or what your emotions are all about. But now this is a time, and she even has this little headdress over her third eye, right? So here's the clairvoyance again. So she's more able to clearly see, and therefore more able to clearly communicate what her vision is for herself. But this can bring in, again, some very deep emotions with the Scorpio energy being highlighted this week. Scorpio is deep, it's perceptive, it's about clairsentience, it's about telepathy, it's about, it's got a kind of this really deep connection to being able to see and read between the lines and watch people's body language and feel the energy. I guess that's a great way to say it. Scorpio is very much able to read or feel the energy vibrations from other people, from a situation, from the environment, even from the earth herself, depending on, where you're at as far as your connectedness, right? So emotions are highlighted, right? Speak your truth. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for this weekly intuitive energy forecast. I send you all lots of love and light and healing energies for the week. And we're getting close to a new month pretty soon as we do next week's intuitive energy forecast. We're going to be going into November. So pretty soon we'll also have an intuitive energy forecast for the month of November. So again, sending you much love and many, many blessings. Namaste.